Hi, and welcome back to my review of Giants Bobbleheads. Today, let's take a look at why we collect bobbleheads. We had a nice animated discussion last week on the topic on Facebook, and I thought I'd compile the list as well as add a couple that were sent to me last night. So, I actually came up with 40 reasons why we collect bobbleheads. The number one reason is because it makes people happy. You look at these guys, you look at Buster Posey, that great smile on his face, you look at Will Clark, it makes you happy. It's wonderful. Another reason why people collect bobbleheads is because it's fun. I mean, collecting is fun. It's great. Getting out there, the ballpark, hanging out, getting a bobblehead. Another reason is because it's free. You know, you go to the game, you're paying for a ticket, you're going to go to the game. Getting the bobblehead, it's free. And, I mean, I know the other day there was a VIP experience, take the Will Clark version with the audio box, and you paid $200 to go to the game to get it. But that doesn't make this bobblehead worth $200. You paid for the fan experience to go to the game and meet Will Clark. The bobblehead itself is not worth $200. Technically, you got this for free. You paid for the whole experience of the ball game, and so it's great. Free objects are the best kind to collect. The other one is that it's a souvenir. I know a couple people that go around the country and they collect bobbleheads when they visit other ballparks, or they make a special trip to go down there only when they're giving away bobbleheads. And it's great. You go out there, you get something, and you bring it home. Another reason is because art appreciation. Right? They like the aspects of how well these are made. You look at these guys, I mean, we have very high standards as collectors that our bobbleheads look exactly like the players, like they're not only their face, but their bodies, their poses, the way Will Clark holds his hands, the way Sergio Romo points to the sky, which hand is in front when Brian Wilson does his arm crossing there. It's always the glove in front of the finger pointed up. I mean, even Barry Bonds, the way he sticks his arms in the air when he hits a home run. It's art. Another reason why we collect bobbleheads is hero worship. There are a couple people out there that only collect certain players. So anything associated with a player, they're going to get. Will Clark, huge cult following. Brian Wilson with the gnomes, the hats, the beards, everything. It's a cult personality that drives some people to collect everything associated with that person. Another reason is team spirit. It's a way of feeling connected to the team. It's the same reason why we wear hats and jerseys and we have the bags and everything else. Collecting bobbleheads of that favorite team is another way of expressing team spirit, as well as letting people know who you are. You express your individuality. You are a Giants fan. Having a collection is no different than wearing a Giants hat, really. Another reason is it's to feel connected to the team. It's like when we won the World Series. We wanted some marker or some milestone, and getting a bobblehead of Buster Posey holding a trophy, that's one way to feel connected to the team. Another reason is nostalgia. I think it's interesting that just bringing memories of listening to Will Clark talk about his playing days makes you feel young again. Watching Barry Bonds highlight reels, or watching old tapes of Willie Mays, or having a Willie Mays bobblehead. It's nostalgia. It's a way of reliving history and feeling young again. And for some people, having them makes it feel like you're preserving history. A little bit like having a museum where you have an artifact or some piece of memorabilia. And there is a lot of sentimental value when it comes to these bobbleheads, that you tie a lot of emotion into it because it's like a traumatic event. Where were you when we had the 1989 earthquake? Where were you when Will Clark got that hit off Mitch Williams? Where were you when Buster Posey and the rest of the team won the World Series? There's a lot of sentimental value in these objects, a lot of emotion tied to them. Another reason is it's something to do. It's leisure, it's relaxing, it's something to do with your free time, and you fill your days with stuff, especially if you're retired, you have nothing else to do. Collecting things is a wonderful way of feeling like you have a mission in life. It's a leisure activity. Another reason is because desire, interest. I think the number one reason why people might collect things is because they're just interested in it. I know a couple people that like watches. So they collect watches or coins or stamps. Well, I'm interested in bobbleheads. I collect bobbleheads. Another reason is anticipation. It's something to look forward to. Bobblehead Day is turning into a huge event where we all gather around, and it's something to look forward to in the year. You put up with the drudgery of the rest of the year so you can go to and get the bobbleheads. Hopefully you have more in life going for you than that, But another reason is because of the journey. I think the process of getting some of these bobbleheads is more interesting than, it's like the Iliad and the Odyssey and Homer. It's the journey of going to go and fight the war that is more of an interest than actually getting it. It's like I spent, I think, 6 years trying to look up a Crazy George bobblehead, and then by the time I got it and I had it in my collection, I was kind of bored because the journey of getting him was far more interesting than actually having him. Another reason is because they started by accident. A couple of people told me that, you know, they were innocently enough, went to a ball game, oh hey, a bobblehead, yay, and then later on they got another one, yay, another bobblehead, and then another bobblehead, another bobblehead. Next thing you know, you have like a dozen of them, and guess what? You're a bobblehead collector. Surprise! Another reason is, why do we collect bobbleheads? It's a gift. I know a couple people give these away as Christmas presents, Father's Day gifts. It's pretty cool. It's a gift. So it starts out that way, and you know, it kind of goes with, it started by accident. The reason is some people actually turn this into a business. It is an investment for some people that they you can make a lot of money on bobbleheads if you play your cards right and you're patient and you play them like stock, right? Anything associated with Buster Posey, Will Clark is always going to command a premium. This guy was sold for $22 at Walgreens a day. These guys came out, they're probably worth like $50 now. Will Clark, the 2007 set, immediately jumped to like $135. This guy's right now around $50, but you'll see his price go up over time probably. Another reason is people collect stuff because they consider it trade bait. You might actually collect two of these guys knowing that if you trade it the extra away, you might be able to get something else that you want. Another reason is altruism, and this goes more into other types of collecting, but I think in some sense altruism is when you have a huge collection and you donate it to something else, a museum, or you pass it along to someone else. You feel like you're curating something historic to give it away later. Another reason is you have too much money. Really, if you do have a lot of money and money is just money, you want to convert it into materialistic goods, and what better thing to do than invest in bobbleheads? Better than Facebook anyway. 40 reasons to collect is hoarding. A lot of people are hoarding. If you have a bunch of bobbleheads, a bunch of plain white boxes sitting in your closet, you're hoarding bobbleheads. Sorry, but you are. You're not collecting, you're hoarding. If you don't ever look at them or don't have any plans of trading them, you're hoarding. Another reason is fan interaction. A lot of people like the social aspects of collecting. They like to go to the games in advance. They like going to Facebook or YouTube or wherever, going to the forums and trading with each other. Fan interaction and social aspects of it, it's always fun, feeling connection. And also, like I said, with the anticipation, Bobblehead Days are now an event, right? It's the 2002 reunion set coming out at the end of the month, June 30th. Go find 5 friends, go in together, make a day of it. It's like scheduling whatever, high tea at high noon or going golfing or something. It's an event to get together and guarantee that you're all going to get together with your friends. Also, aspects of it is of family bonding. People do collect with their family, their fathers and sons, fathers and daughters, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, girlfriends. It's an interesting way of getting together and bonding over something. And, you know, it turns into an heirloom. It's like altruism, like I said earlier. People do pass these along to their children. I had a couple of people had a bobblehead collection from the 60s that their father collected, given to them when their father passed away as part of the will, and they contacted me to help them figure out what stuff was worth and what was worth keeping, what was worth getting rid of. It does happen. It does turn into a family heirloom. And bobbleheads are obtainable. That's one of the better reasons to collect them. People collect all kinds of stuff based on their status in life, right? If you're rich, you're going to collect Lamborghinis or Van Gogh. Well, I'm just a middle-class dude. I collect bobbleheads because I can. They're obtainable. They're readily accessible. And the other reason is because, you know, it is something you can have. I think it's in terms of happiness. Happiness is the ability to have what you want, and sadness the ability to not have what you want. And well, you can have this, therefore it makes you happy. Another reason is, let's see, did I miss one? It's obtainable. Wish fulfillment, right? Basically, it's a fulfillment of a promise. Just like baseball. Baseball is going to be there every day. You wake up, the Giants say they're going to play at 7:30, they're going to play at 7:30. And when they say that you're going to give you a Will Clark bobblehead, you show up on time, buy a ticket, guess what? You're going to get a bobblehead. for free. It's wish fulfillment. You want it, you got it. It's wonderful. Another thing about humans is the fact that we like to be able to control of our own environment, and that's a huge part of keeping the chaos from going crazy, being overwhelmed, is to have a boundary. A couple people tell me they only collect players, they only collect celebrities, they only collect announcers, they only collect mascots. Well, guess what? This is the First Amendment. You have the freedom to do whatever you want, and that's a wonderful aspect of it, is you're in complete control of the system. Another one is completion. Some people collect to have a sense of completion, and that's just the nature of the universe, is that we are against entropy. We like putting order to chaos, and part of it is also that if we know that there are 9 of these guys, Buster Posey World Series of the whole 9 set, you're going to go out and get the other 8 just to have a complete set. Another one is when you are done, you do have a huge sense of accomplishment, that you've done something. You've done something great. You've done something. It's a wonderful achievement. And as an accomplishment, yeah, bobbleheads, they serve as a trophy to remind you that you haven't accomplished something there. Another reason is a pride of ownership. A lot of people do feel a great sense that they are doing something great with their time in terms of curating this collection, organizing it by pitchers and catchers, or by date, or by their favorite players. They like showing off their collection. On top of that, they also like being recognized. They like being adored. They like other people knowing they have a collection. It's like when someone buys a $25 million Vincent van Gogh painting, they want everybody to know, I'm the rich guy that has it. They like everyone else to know, I'm such a huge fan, I want you to know I'm also a huge fan. Top of that is bragging rights. Sometimes people collect things just to say, haha, I have it, you don't. And it goes, sometimes it happens, not to me, but every once in a while I get a guy tell me that they have whatever, some exclusive thing, and they want me to review it, or wonder if I have it. It's okay, I don't mind, but I have what I have because by choice, right? It's the whole about control. The other one is competition. Some people collect with their family members or their friends, and it's like NASCAR. When 2 cars draft next to each other, they both do better. And competition is a great way to drive a collection. And also exclusivity. Some people, they collect random rare stuff, the more rare. A couple people, they collect only prototypes of bobbleheads, or not released, like Rally Rabbi prototype a couple years ago. That was kind of hot. And sometimes, let me give you an example, is I have Woody, Toy Story Woody, in Giants uniform, sold in 2003 for $26 in the Giants Dugout stores. Probably only a couple hundred where it exists. And it's funny, I have it, and everyone wants it from me. They're very jealous. But it's funny, having something special, it does also make you feel special. So exclusivity is unique. It makes you feel special. Another one is an addiction. Unfortunately, for some people like me and others I've met on Facebook, having a bobblehead collection and going out to the game specifically to get something, it's obsession, it's addiction. It's part of the reason why we do it, is because we almost have to. And the number one reason lately why a lot of people have been collecting bobbleheads is this guy. It's slideball's fault. I'm sorry. Really, I didn't mean to get you addicted to these things. And, if you're going broke, if you can't pay your mortgage, if your kids are now going to community college, sorry, it wasn't my intention, but anyway, you get the idea. That's a lot of reasons why we collect bobbleheads. I'm just sharing my passion with the world, and hopefully you're having fun with it. Thanks for watching. Go Giants. Bye.